Already. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Nate Biggs. Well, my guy.
Kblaze, Shalom, peace to everybody.
Shalom indeed, my guy. We out here today, you know what I'm saying, representing. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one in the house. You know what I'm saying? The prize. Know thyself is the movement. Victory is the only lifestyle we know from the Most High. You already. So without being said, no further ado, check it. We out here to talk about being well. You know what I'm saying? So Kblaze, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling well, actually. You know, week to week, I just be on the plantation, basically, and then coming home trying to live my own life, do my own thing, build my family up spiritually and physically, not just my family, but like, building a new fireplace or, reorganizing something that need to be reorganized bad. Like, you know, we be going through different moves and different movements and different phases. And then if you leave one of your old phases disorganized, you ain't past that phase yet. So keeping everything clean and organized, keep yourself clean and organized, and breathe easy, man. Take breaths in between all that.
Yep, indeed, man. And more or less, that's what we gotta do, keep busy. You know what I'm saying? Because idleness is the devil's playground. You feel me? And more or less, when you think, you know what I'm saying, about positive things and you keep God in your mind and your heart, he, gives you insight on, you know what I'm saying, how to be a creator, just like he is, you know what I'm saying? Because we all are, you know what I'm saying, little G's in the creative energy that we espouse, you know what I'm saying? And I do the same thing, you know what I mean? That's why I'm always writing, always producing, always, traveling. And we gotta be active, man. Activity, you know what I mean? And more or less, what does be well mean to you?
Just showing you what I've been writing lately, you know what I mean? Extra long paper.
Word.
I'm working on a track right now that's called Spies Don't Lie to Pay Bills.
Mm.
My bad, bro. What was your question?
What does be well mean to you?
Oh, basically, you know when you're not well, and if you could be honest with yourself, you can be well. If you're willing to be honest with yourself and get over, whatever kind of ego you got popping this negative or any kind of addiction or pattern that you need to break, you just got to be honest with yourself.
Oh,
Truth.
that's real. Being well to me is mind, body, and soul being an equal, you know what I'm saying, field of energy. What I mean by that is like, when your body is out of whack, you can't think properly. So your mind is out of whack. And then your energy within you, your soul is out of whack because you don't feel good inside and your gut feeling, right? And that's going,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, back to the equilibrium. And that's like, you know what I'm saying, the vortexes of the chakra system. You know what I'm saying? More or less, you see with the E1T1 sign, you know what I'm saying, with the yin yang, the whole process is that the yin yang is the balance within your soul and your spirit. You know what I'm saying, which is the good and the bad. And the cross itself is, you know what I'm saying, the cross of the Most High, but also what we call the Ankh. You know what I'm saying, which is eternal life. You know what I'm saying, and so the yin yang and the Ankh, that means to me balance of eternal life. Feel me? In the circle, that's the circle of creation. And as you see all the different colors, you know what I'm saying? You see,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? That's the colors that you see through the creation of the ether. When you close your eyes, you see those colors. You feel me?
Yep. Yep.
And those colors within you, because that's what's shining within you, because that's just the color of your chakras. So, can you enlighten the audience about what do you think chakras are, or give us a breakdown, my guy?
Well, real quick, I was thinking about water last week, and I noticed that water really doesn't have a color. Water will take on any color you put around it, right? You see a little drop of rain hanging from a leaf, you can look in it and you can see the whole environment in it, the greens, the blues, the yellows, all that. And in the scriptures of the Bible, it says, you know, in the beginning, everything was void and the spirit of God moved across the face of the waters. Those waters was clear, and it reminds me of that Pink Floyd album cover where you got the white light coming
Yeah.
in, spreading out into the. So where that white light that came into this prism and expanded out into like being a holographic construct. of all those colors.
Right.
And then segueing into the chakra system, your different energy centers for your different layers of ego, going from, your root all the way up to your crown
Mm-hmm.
and everything in between. And if there's imbalances and all that, it's gonna manifest itself for you to see. If you want to be looking to be honest with yourself, to say, hey, I've been running around being a heathen and being a philanderer. All this energy is down here in my lower extremity. And then where does that leave me up here for meditating?
That's right, man. It goes within, man. But when you break it down like that, man, that's sharp. You know what I'm saying? You are the looking glass, the hourglass. And you know what I'm saying? Your body is running through time, but time is through the water, your blood. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
more or less, you know what I'm saying? Yeshua the Christ, you know what I'm saying? AKA Jesus, falsely known as, or, because there was no J's in 1600s, right? So all
Mm-hmm.
my peoples out there, you got to learn that knowledge yourself. You feel me? Understand what language and tones are, understand the breakdown of it, why they call him Jesus to Jesus, you know what I'm saying? And why Rome rocking with everything. But that's another story for another time. We just say, you know what I'm saying, Yeshua, because it's Joshua, you feel me? If you want to go that route with the J. But yeah, at the end of the day, is Yahweh Shah, you feel me? And Most High. So when we rock with, you know what I'm saying, the Most High is all about knowing yourself. And when you look at the Bible itself and the codes that it tell you, Jesus, he broke it down, you know what I'm saying? One thing that he touched on was that, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God lives within you. You know what I'm saying? He said those words. And that goes back to what Kblaze is breaking down when he says, oh, boom. And you got to go
Right.
with, you got to go that first eye, you know what I'm saying, the knowledge itself, just like with the you know what I'm saying, the yin yang on the ankh, that represents another thing, the eye inside, which is known as your third eye, your pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? Many different individuals will say, oh nah, you can't break that knowledge down, but that knowledge is a part of you. It's a part of your brain stem inside your brain. You know what I'm saying? You have that there. And you know what I mean? That eye is what you focus that muscle within when you go to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? And you rocking with the brain waves, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the colors also represent, the different frequencies of the brain waves, which is all through the water. You know what I mean? I remember my man Kblaze, he said something fly, man. We got to track together. It's called Sensei because we both, you know what I'm saying, are students of the martial arts. And in there, he talks about in the beginning, we brothers, you know what I'm saying, that are birthed in water through our
Program
mother.
the water. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Break that down for that line, my guy.
B brothers program the water. So like so you look into Dr. Emoto's experiments about what he did with water when he would like play heavy metal music next to a glass of water and freeze it, and then he would play like some beautiful orchestral music next to a cup of water, then freeze it, and then take and look at the formations of ice that it made. You can see a drastic difference between the heavy metal water and the beautiful symphony water. And the heavy metal water was like unidentifiable blob, as where the symphony was like beautiful geometric snowflake type shapes. So when I say B brothers program the water, you know, if 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 I was being real negative, right, that would program the people around me to feel a certain kind of way. But if I'm being positive and optimistic, that's going to change. That's going to be different. Everybody's going to be different towards me and in the environment that I'm in. So if you want to be brothers, you got to program the water properly. I can't be in here being all rash or looking at you, judging you because your skin different. All I can do is do my best to make sure karma stays balanced, and I'm not, you know, intruding on your vibrations in a way that you don't like because you putting out positive vibrations. So if we're basically all made up of water, we're programmable by vibration, just like the water in Dr. Emote's experiments, which he laid out too. So I don't want to take any credit for the freezing of the water experiments all to Dr. Emote, but I might do it one day. Who knows? But that's the thing.
And
I
that's
can,
it. Keep
yeah,
going, bro.
I can make the water inside Nate end up leaning towards the heavy metal unidentifiable blob, or I can be in a symphony, and he'll feel that, he will know that, he'll be like, damn, that's he cool, man. I roll with him, I mess with him, yeah, let's do it. And likewise with him, with the brother Nate.
And that's a copy because how it works is this, right? Frequency, right? So how you program things is through sound. You know what I'm saying? You know the art of cymatica?
Maybe I'm not so familiar with that.
Boom. Well, cymatica is basically the art of taking sound and creating matter or
Oh,
manipulating
cymatics.
sound. Yeah, it's cymatic. I'll say cymatica because that's actually a movie. You y'all can look it up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the link down, you know what I'm saying, the video, but it's called cymatica. You know, Cymatica. I'm saying, I hope I spelled it correct. But look, all I know is when I seen it, it explained the sound frequency vibrations of all signs and symbols, from your yin yang, you know what I'm saying, to your star David, to your 5-point star. So, you know what I'm saying? Even before it was bastardized and made negative, your star of the four winds, known as your swastika. Yeah, go back and look at that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The Nazis actually took it and flipped it the other way so they could reverse polarity. You feel me? So they can create, you know, and control the energy that they were breeding. You feel me?
Right? It's like ancient symbols.
Correct. And these symbols actually exist in your head. That's the ill thing. The symbols and all of these star tetrahedrons all exist within your body, in your cells. Your cells actually make these symbols within your body. They're also known as a thing called a Metatron's cube, right? And it's all from this thing called the circle of life, right?
Right. Right. And what I'm seeing, it's like all of these can be symbolized. Well, these can be symbols, right? But you can also put a number to them. Like if it has 24 lines coming out of it, you could say that that was a 24, and then you could use that in a ritual, just like when you see in the movies, they'll put the circle on the ground with the pentagram inside and then like the candles on the outside. This is what they're doing, exploiting cymatics.
Correct. Frequency and sound, because spirits are controlled through frequency and sound. And it goes back to what's inside of us. The water within us is etherian spirit. Because you know what I'm saying? You got like the four states of matter, right? That they teach us about in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? You got solid, liquid, and gas, right? But here's the thing.
Right.
You'll never break down the fourth state of matter, which is called ether, which is also in your blood called plasma.
The
You know
plasma,
what
that's
I'm saying?
right.
And that's what the sun is made out of. So sun is made out of ether, plasma. All stars
But
are. So you a
allegedly,
star within you.
allegedly, we ain't got a sample yet.
No doubt. No doubt.
um what do I do to my screen here? Oh, there we go.
hmm
Yeah, I want to sample that plasma from the sun just to verify.
Man, look, you plasma man right into you because you're the breath. Let me show you how you do this. Everybody, peep game. I learned this from Dr. Phil Valentine in the conscious community. Break from New York City. He had a lecture one time and he said, look, you are what we call the face of the Most High. And how you could tell within you possesses the air, the water, the earth, you know what I'm saying? Air, water, earth, and what's the fourth part? You know what I'm saying?
Earth, air, wind,
Planet.
wind,
Wind, which is air, water, fire.
fire.
Now check this out. Breathe your hand. Go like this. You can feel it all at one time. You feel through your breath, which is the breath of life, which it says it in the Bible, the breath of life, the breath of the living God. That's what's inside you. That breath. Your heart pumping that blood through your lungs, breathing the ether, and you know what I'm saying? Blowing the breath of life.
I remember my martial arts instructor, shout out to Subuk, my martial arts instructor, he would always say when he teaching me about meditation and other things and power centers, he like, most important, breathing, most important. And if you think about it in another light with the fire, it's like a fire needs a spark, it needs fuel, and it needs air. So here you are, the life been sparked into you. You got fuel all around you, like our food and water and things like that. And even what we see and hear and feel and taste.
Frequency, vibration.
And then you got air, your breath. And as soon as the air gets cut off from the fire, no more fire.
That's facts. And that's real. Because even in the what they call the Hindu religion, they talk about, you know what I'm saying, Brahma and all of them, right? They said like, the breath is where, life and spark creation. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? It's all realized because all is one. You know what I'm saying? So when you go back into the scripture, you see that, and you see it manifested through you actually doing the work by, you know what I'm saying, taking time to know yourself. When you look at nature, with this, what is you and other beings around you, and you observe, you can see what God is, because God is everything around you.
Yep. And
Right?
you gotta be coming from a free perspective. You can't have yourself in none of these worldly boxes that the world offers you to put yourself in. Christianity, Islam, whatever box, a Republican, all these different boxes. I mean, I
Yeah.
rolled militant Christian for years,
Yeah.
ended up in a Hebrew Israelite camp, and looking back, it's like my whole perspective was jacked up because I was in that box
No doubt, no doubt. I can
the
relate.
whole time.
I can relate because the whole function is this, right? At first, you go seeking, right? As you know, and I love to use this analogy right here because I love Star Wars. You feel me? But you go seeking as a Padawan. So the Padawan, and I love this other movie called The Last Dragon of Harlem, right? Bruce Leroy. He's seeking for the master, right? But at the end of the day, he had to find that there is no master but himself. And so I love this other Japanese term. I used to love this cartoon growing up called Ronin Warriors, right? It was like Ronin, Ronin, means a student without a master. You feel me? And one thing
Yeah,
I heard, you know what I'm saying, is like, especially through the samurai culture, right? You keep honor regardless of where you at and who you around. You learn the ways, but you can always learn from each other. So like you would meet an old man walking. My one of my senseis, he also breaks this down. He talks about the story of the fool, right? He says what's mad ill is that the fool goes looking for a master, but he has trained so much from others that he thinks that his style is the best. So he meets an old man, you know what I'm saying, that is, you know what I'm saying, that looks and acts like he doesn't know anything and is, you know what I'm saying, like, dumb. And so he tries to, you know what I'm saying, challenge him to a duel or pick on an old man. And unbeknownst to him, this guy is really, a sharp master. And so what he does is he basically doesn't give this old guy respect. But the old guy, you know what I'm saying, ends up, you know what I'm saying, outsmarting him, and he gets mad and tries to attack him. And the old guy doesn't, you know what I'm saying, go for the attack. He actually walks away, defends himself with jujitsu and throws him away, like, with his, you know what I'm saying, easy, simply, and walks away. Then he begs him. He said, please, please, I want to learn from you. That's what, you know what I'm saying, the young student, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to learn from the master. The master said, unfortunately, I can't teach you. He said, why I can't teach you? Why you can't teach me? He said, because you failed the first test. And he was like, what is the first test? What did I fail? I'll make it up. And he follows him city to city and tries to be his apprentice and do things, you know what I'm saying, to appease him, but to no avail. The master, the wise old man says, the very first thing you must do is stop following. So it goes back to show you that you are a leader already based off of virtue and knowing yourself. And
yep.
that's going back to that Bruce Leroy movie, what we all love is called The Last Dragon by Barry Gordy of Motown. You know what I'm saying? 1980s. It's classic, you know? Matter of fact, they got a Last Dragon convention coming up in New York in November. I'm about to be there. But check it. The whole thing that was fly about the movie The Last Dragon, right? So in the beginning of the movie, Bruce Leroy's training. And then he catches an arrow that his master sends to his head. But without instinct, yeah, he catches it with his hand. Because he was so used in the streets, he got a name for himself by catching bullets with his teeth. And that's why Show Enough got angry, because he was like, everybody, even the little kids in the hood in Harlem was like, you know what I'm saying? Show Enough, you ain't all of that. You ain't beat up Bruce Leroy. And then, you know what I'm saying? showed up at the movie theater. That was the ill classic scene of everything because they did the whole Enter the Dragon thing in the back that was playing, and he's on stage. You know, they reenact the whole scene. That's just fly. And so before they start the fight scene, um, Shonuff comes in with his crew, and he like, yo, I'm the Shogun of Harlem. You know, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Who's the baddest low down in this town? Shonuff, I had to say that because you know, so I love that movie. Anyway, Shonuff breaks it down like who can come challenge me? He picks up a little boy because everybody talking junk. This little boy's like, I know who can beat you. Bruce Leroy, that's who. Then he's like, yo, what? You mean tell me catches bullets with his teeth? You know what I mean? And so in the movie, it's all funny until the end of the movie. Leroy actually, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't seen it, I ain't even gonna spoil it for you. Anyway, I'm gonna say this. In the movie that was deep, is that Leroy couldn't take it in his mind that he didn't need a master anymore until he went through the fool's journey. The fool's journey, which is he's seeking for something that he can't find because he's looking on the outside.
That sounds like the title of our next track,
Ooh.
The
What you
Fool's
got in
Journey.
mind, my guy?
I'm gonna write that down. No, that's all what it is, man. Because again, you know, when you if you rolling around searching for a master, you finna put yourself in a box that master's gonna offer you. And the whole while studying under a master, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But it seems like the ego involved in the journey of trying to just find that right master that's going to teach you the right way. When really, all the master is doing is showing you information, and you have to process and disseminate that information yourself. So it's just like when we read through the scriptures, or if I read through your book, right? It's information there. How am I going to process it and install it in my operating systems? And do I get it? Will I get it? You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's like uh the book Morals and Dogma, right? There's many Freemasons out here that don't even know about the book Morals and Dogma. But if they read the book, it would be very enlightening for them to know what they're getting themselves into.
That's deep.
And the way that it's written, it's almost like a whole new. It's in English, but it's like a different language that you got to try to process in the way that it was written.
Yeah.
But everybody implore everybody should cop that and read that, or go find that book and read that book, especially if you think you become a Freemason or something.
I agree. Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike. And the ill thing I got out of that whole sequence, right, in that book, right, the one information it is that they say, and they always say this line in a lot of those movies that be conspiracy movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They be breaking it down that what he said was that, you know what I'm saying? Those that are seeking the light are fools being led down the path. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is trickery. He put it in those exact words, but he just said that same thing. So I take that as, truth be told, what's inside you is already divine. All of us are one already. We just in different color spectrums of the, you know what I'm saying, the shine. That's what I
That's the
call
light.
it, the shine, the light,
Yep.
the rainbow, which I believe has been bastardized and flipped upside down. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it's being
Oh yeah.
given to us, you know what I'm saying, in another format that has nothing to do with the original process of the prism. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? The Pink Floyd, you know what I'm saying, Rainbow, the Leprechauns, the
Yeah.
Wee
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With the pot of gold at the end and the damn goddamn Lucky Charms commercials.
They're all right. Because that signifies that the we people, the ones you can't see, right, are actually inside you. And I break it down. The we people, right? Remember movie Men in Black with Will Smith?
Yeah.
Remember when they showed the little alien in the head?
Yep. He popped out. He was all wet with them eyes.
Yeah, that's what you are inside. Because I believe
Yep.
this is just a spacesuit. You did?
Yo, I recently had to get a CAT scan, right? And it's like cross sections of your body that you can look at, zooming all the way down it. Like if my head was here and my feet was down here. So all them cross sections, if you're looking at it layer by layer, there's different faces and stuff that pop up in there. You can see you. It looks like you're more than just you're more than just a clump of humanity.
That's a fact. Because check it. Just to touch on the point you said and expand that, it's true. Think about it. You were layers. You feel me? And then I've seen this one diagram before, you know what I'm saying? Where they show you that you have 7 bodies. Look it up right now. The 7 bodies, right, of the spirit or the soul, right? You have the etheric body, you have the, you know what I'm saying, soul body, you have the outer body. Like, just look up this thing, it'll go down. It's a part of the whole, I think either Buddhism or Hinduism. I mean, it's all the
Oh
same.
yeah, yeah. I seen this before. Here, let me
You
get my
seen it?
screen
There
share
it is.
pop.
Show and prove.
Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm. They call it the 7 planes of existence. And to
And
touch
that
on that, look, you got the outer skin, but that's not it. Then you got the skeletal system. Then you got the circulatory system. You
the
dig?
endocrine system, all
Endocrine
that. Yep.
system. You know what I mean? You got the nervous system. You know what I mean? You got many different layers to your existence.
Is it Sharon?
Yeah, I see it, brother. Awesome.
Right. Yep. Yeah, and this starts getting into the Carillion photography where you can actually they got some Russians, I think, did it, and they set it up so that they could see the aura coming off of like living things, plants, people.
Everything. Yep, I've seen that before. Yep. And everybody knows, yo, listen, you're in a multi-layered dimension. You're a multi-versal being, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because look, you can close your eyes and you can be anywhere you want. You can close your eyes and you can be as powerful as you want. You can close your eyes and go seek out any knowledge that you want.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, y'all saying that? Let me see what we got here. We got the physical body, the etheric body, the astral body, the soul body, the manus body, the booty body, right? Did I say that right?
I
And
guess.
the admin body. You feel me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They call it different names, but look, at the end of the day, all is one, all is well. Because they form the triangle. And you know what's so unique about, you know what I'm saying? How the Most High made us all into divine shapes. I call it the divine tetrahedron. Go back to the shape of the cymatica. Check this out, bro. We all got pyramids right on our faces. Call our nose. You peep that?
Right,
All of our noses are triangles. Our
right.
pyramids, who knows?
And all our noses be different, and we all be born under different astrological signs.
Yup.
I can't really pinpoint where all of the different uh phenotypes of race come from, but it's all different because one source power had to like I was listening to a Sikh talk about his religious book, and it says the Most High came down and manifested himself into multiple beings.
Correct. Correct. And how we know this to be actual fact, right? We have what is called, and it's going back to the you know what I'm saying, the spectrum, the light spectrum called the electromagnetic spectrum. It's in my book, God's Gift. That's what the whole colors represent. You know what I'm saying? The colors of the electromagnetic spectrum talk about, the far end, all the whole color is just pitch black. That's what all colors come together, converge, and they make pitch black. But out of that, through the prism, haha, you get the division of the different colors, the rainbow, right? And through that division of the colors, you know what I'm saying? That's the peoples on planet Earth in the physical body. You dig?
Man,
That's my little thing. You dig? You know what I'm saying? All is one, all is well. So, you know what I'm saying?
and you
And
know,
by the way, I just wanted to say this. Check this one out. As kids, one thing, and not, I mean, children, they say kids is baby goats and all that, whatever, with the magic sorcery language.
uh-huh,
But
uh-huh.
anyway, as children, we basically ate a lot of cereal. We ate, ask me Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. Or we ate, you know what I'm saying? Count
Corn
chocolate and all
pops,
them. Or we ate,
fruity
you know what I'm
pebbles.
saying, tricks off for kids. Or we even ate Fruity Pebbles. But the one joint that I remember also was Toucan Sam. And what he used to always say, follow your nose.
Uh,
Always nose.
he was flying around. Boy, they turn him into a different kind of character these days, man.
Word, I ain't seen it. Word.
I don't know. It
You know what?
definitely. they hijacked the rainbow with them. I'll put
They
it that way.
always, yeah, they flipping everything upside down. It's called inversion. And here's the thing that's ill, my guy, right? All of those cereal box and McDonald's and Burger King and all of them, they use one thing all the time to get the children's attention.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Colors.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
The law of color.
there it is. There it is.
And
Because
look, let me. Like, there's something that I want to bring out earlier that kind of ties in. In the book of Second Corinthians, chapter 13, Paul says, "For we can do nothing against the truth, only for the truth." So when someone's telling a lie or somebody's inverting reality, that's directly connected to the truth and the real reality.
that's true.
And
Because
like
there's
they say,
always
we
truth in the lie. It's deep.
and they say that once you become 18, you become an adult, right? But you don't have discernment by the time you're 18, especially growing up in this school system we got in America, and in our parents are at work all day. Ain't nobody raising us, showing us how to tend the land or anything like that. And what was it? This school system, I lost my train of thought, bro.
Think about it. Take your time, my guy.
Do nothing against the truth. I don't know. It'll come back to me.
Yeah, no worries. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's a distraction. It's magic. Remember what Harry Houdini taught? You know what I'm saying? It goes back to that movie I used to like, you know what I'm saying, in the early 2000s. It was when Hugh Jackman got on the scene with Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying? It was called
Yeah.
Password Swordfish with John Travolta.
Uh,
And
uh,
they were bank robbers, man. And the thing about it is, Hugh Jackman, you know what I'm saying, he had a special skill or whatever. But John Travolta, he understood how to, you know what I'm saying, create diversions, how to make you think and look one way, the police look one way, right? While they
oh
was
yeah,
the other way.
man, you taking it back, man.
Yes, I am, bro,
That
because
was when we,
these
that
movies
was
are
when
deep.
we was that was when we was renting tapes from Blockbuster, bro.
Yeah, that's why, yeah, because I worked at Blockbuster. That's what I'm saying. It's deep.
He the movie guru.
Man, we don't play because all of these things had an effect on your subconscious mind. You
Right.
did.
Oh, I remember what I want to say now.
There it is.
So they say you were an adult when you were 18, but you ain't got no discernment. So a man will even go through puberty up through he's like 36, 38. So like at 18, you just began starting to develop the hormones and everything that is going to make you your final being. And
Correct.
it don't stop until way later on.
Correct.
So all of these distractions that we dealing with, like we really got born into a system where like we were way behind already.
Correct.
But look how fast we all bring it all back together in full circle and got the and breaking down the yin yang, breaking down the
Yep.
breaking down the rainbow. Like that's nothing nobody taught us in school.
Yeah. We had to do the digging ourselves to learn. We
And
had
go
to,
through
you
all
know
these
what I'm saying?
trials.
Yes, sir. And tribulate experience. You're right. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I like about you that we reflect each other is that we're family men. You know what I'm saying? We've, you know what I'm saying, moved the seed forward and we love our children and we're here to each one teach one. Dig?
Yep,
Because what we doing right now is a testament or testimony to the legacy we leave behind for them as a marker in time for them to use for their growth and development.
that's right. When I was making my first couple rap tracks when I was like 15, 16, I couldn't have stayed with that mentality. I wasn't cursing or disrespecting females, but I still had this thought in my head, like, yeah, if I could just get Jay-Z to hear this, man, I get a deal. But
Real.
turns out them deals,
Woo! You
them
dodged the
deals ain't
bullet.
what we thought, bro.
Woo! Tell me about it. Hey, let me put it this way. When we are seeking, there go the fool again. We
Yeah,
all
that was my
seeking.
fool's journey, man.
That's right. Because I was even, hey, yo, I'll tell you a quick story. It's mad ill. But there was a time before making the band. Remember that? Before the kids from New Orleans, Philly, Miami, you know what I'm saying? Chopper Fred and all of them, you know what I'm saying? Your man's from Philly, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Uh, bro, Nitty, all that. The illest thing was this, that I also had those same dreams, like every other, you know what I'm saying, young adolescent in America, was to get a demo to Sean Puffy Combs' hands, well, aka P. Diddy. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, just like the Bible says we're not supposed to do, I idolize them. Just like we have an idolization of all our rappers that we love, from Biggie to Pop, you know what I'm saying, and many more. Rest in power in paradise, y'all. But truth be told, we can't be doing that. It totally tells you in the Ten Commandments that's one of the things we can't rock, but we still do it anyway. But the elation that we want is because we have envy, right? The seven deadly sins, all that within us, because we want to be in those positions to get that same fame, which is the devil's playground. He controls that, bro. You feel me? And it takes away your be wellness, right? Your wellness, because when you do something that you know goes against who you are within you, right? You can't never, you know what I'm saying, forget.
Right. And it's like set up to like strip slowly or quickly strip layers of your humanity down. So like losing your empathy, turning you in like think about Puffy, right?